Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie Carr and I teach 3rd grade at Jacob G. Smith Elementary. I'm creating this second series of videos to help you navigate its learning. This video is going to be all about how to copy last week's page to help you create this week's page. So I'm going to go into the course in which I created the page that I want to copy for next week. So I'm going to go into Health. And you can see my health tile opens up to the page that I created for last week. Now, there are some things on this page that I want to keep for next week, and there's some things on this page that were for last week that I don't want to be on next week. So, here's what you're going to do. You're going to come up to these 3 dots in the top right corner. Click on them, and you're going to scroll down to Copy To. What this does is it creates a copy of this page for you. And you can either choose to put it in a different class or a different course, or you can keep it in that course so that whenever they go into that course tile, they will go to the new page that you've created. So I will click copy and then click OK. Now it is still on the page that you just made a copy of. This is not the copy. This is the original page. So what you have to do is you have to come up here and click on Resources. And now you can see you have the original page and the page that you just made a copy of. So let's click on the one that is the most recent, which is the copy of the original page. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and edit this to be the dates of next week. So next week's dates are August 31st through September. Okay, and I click off to make sure that it saves the title. So now those are the dates for next week. Now I can start playing around with taking off what I don't need for this week and adding in anything I do need for this week. So I don't want them to do this assignment again, so I'm going to come into Edit. And basically, when it loads, I will delete the old assignment. However, I'm just backspacing it off of this content block. I'm not actually deleting the assignment. That assignment will still be within your resources. However, I just don't want it to be in this content block on this page. So I'm going to backspace. And again, that does not mean that it deleted it. It just means that it's not going to show up as a tree link on this page. So I'm going to click OK. And then whenever it saves, you'll see that that assignment is no longer there in that content block, and then you can put in whatever assignment you wanted to put. Now, some things that I definitely want to keep on here is if my schedule is staying the same, I want to keep it there. If my schedule is different, I will want to switch out my schedule, which again, you would just go in, backspace, and then put in or copy and paste your new schedule. Another thing that I want to stay is our meeting link. Because I created it to be a recurring series, I don't want to change the meeting because that's one less step that I have to do. So the meeting link is always the same, so it'll stay there. And now the last thing that you're going to want to do after you get rid of everything from last week, like the morning announcements and everything, and put in your new assignments, once you have this page set up the way you want it for this week, in order for your students to see it, when they click on that course, instead of seeing last week's page, you have to come up to here to More, and you're going to click on Settings. Click on Course Properties and Features, scroll down, and so now we're going to change the start page from last week's page to this week's page. So I'm going to come down here to August 31st to September 4th. And then remember to always click Save. And so now when I go out, we're going to check to make sure it's saved. I'm going to click back on Health. And there it is. That is the page that we want them to land on for next week. Now remember, just because you created this new page, it does not delete the old page. So the way that you can find the old page is going back into your resources. And you can see that the August 24th page is still there and the August 31st page is now there. So remember, you can have old pages still stored in your resources, and you can continue to create new pages. Now, one thing that you do want to remember is to always make sure that when you're ready for them to see the new page that you created, you select it as the start page. Hope that helps.